for today. We've had 2 crashes just from hopping from planet to planet. It will cause crashes on a PS4. If you can stick to one planet, it should be pretty good nowadays. But it still needs patches or something to maybe needs a memory infusion for the PS4. Just not enough anymore to have well, even the PS4 Pro, this is a PS4 Pro actually, has an extended memory, but that doesn't necessarily help. It doesn't seem to help. I don't know, perhaps the old PS4 plane actually crashes more than this one. I'm not totally certain. Not gonna go test it because I'd have to find a PS4. I don't have one anymore. I had one once, but it died. And this is what was available to replace it. I was kind of in a panic emergency mode. I could get in that situation again and I'd probably have to go to the PS5. Although they're expensive as hell these days. They haven't come down in price like I hoped they would. They've gone up, in fact, which is a pain. Okay, we got our gamma weed from which you collect harvest all plants, and we're getting 11,000 from that. Those are really densely planted, and they still got an open space around the middle here for me to operate the harvest button. That is a lot of gamma weed, gamma root, whatever they call it. So we got the minerals, and that's all 6 bases now, I think. Okay, we got that, and that, this goes there. So there's that row. This was the harvest from a single tour of 6 staples. I got 6,000 star bulb, that's what I was looking for. 8,800 cactus flesh, frost crystal 6,050, selenium 7,550, and fungal mold 8,550. Gamma root, I got a full stack plus 1,451. So I went a little overboard with the gamma root, and then we got all this extra stuff along with it. And possibly some more stuff that I stacked in my supplies here, like a paraffinium. We got some of all of this, because when you have the plant, you can find the mineral to plant with it. Dioxide for the cold planet, for instance. And this is from phosphorus from the hot planet. The gases are sort of separate. We got the full set of them, plus some. This is copper. Copper you can get almost anywhere. You can mine for it. Copper hotspots on any star, yellow star systems have copper. If you get into the other colors of stars, then you get into the other metals. So we'll head back to our freighter. And the different colors of stars, red stars have cadmium, green stars have emerald, blue stars have indium, and the purple stars have, it's actually a gas is methane, but they also have the crystals. What are they called? It's a crystal of a gas. I put them all in one storage bin. I should be able to remember. Activated quartzite, and then activated when you have a stormy planet, and then regular planets have the plain version of copper, cadmium, emerald, indium, and quartzite. Activate copper, activate cadmium, activate emerald, activate indium, activate quartzite. But also we have the gases. Not only oxygen, you find oxygen on all planets again, but then on two of the staple star colors, where does it say here? Atmosphere scorched and desert planets, so hot and dry planets. You find sulfurine. Lush and toxic planets, you find nitrogen. Radioactive and frozen, you find radon. Methane, easily harvested from equipment deployed on gas worlds. Gas worlds is one of the newer types of planets. Outside the 6 staple planets, we have methane. So you have these 3 on selected staple planets, and this on any staple and probably any planet, I'm not quite sure. Then this on the water worlds, methane. Methane isn't actually used for much, but I put a row of full stacks up here to match the other gases. We occasionally dip into this oxygen for sure, and these gases, you use some of them in the crafting tree. Let's see if we can bring up the crafting tree, like so. Craft. So here, view craft steps, the square button on this controller at the bottom of the list there, view craft steps. We got that, right? That's a crafting tree. To make this, you need these. So if we find stasis device, view crafting steps. That's essentially the crafting game, almost. You notice that almost all frost crystal, almost all these bottom layer ones I've got lit up, means I have supplies for them. Yeah, frost crystal, it makes glass. Frost crystal is one of the things we just finished collecting. I don't know why it doesn't show it as on hand, but this is the stuff that I do in my hauler. I've got a space for all these dark ones and the top one. All these dark ones I have spaces for specific places that I craft those items and keep them on hand. So I could go there, or I can craft them all in my freighter. It automatically fetches them from storage and everything. So here it fetches these things automatically from the storage pot number 9. Plants and minerals. So we've got, this is the fertilizers to plant all those things. That's why I didn't worry about planting them. What do I gotta do here? Tidy up send all this to the freighter. Some of those. So nothing here. Yeah, that's. So we got gamma root. Fill that up. We got fill that up. We got fill that up. We got fill that up. And these and this. So now if I switch to my hauler, I hope I can. No, I can't. It's already here. That's annoying. We can't switch ships at will down there. Or up there. I have to go down here and switch ships. But when they aren't in storage. If they're in storage, you can switch ships up there. which makes the ships in storage are more accessible than the ships on hand when you're up in your base here, which is a bit weird. So, I think I've restocked that completely now. Maybe restock these? No. Pyrite. I thought I had some. Guess not. Just there. Copper. Pyrite. Not to worry about it. That's plenty. If I'm crafting really hard, I can kind of run out of some of these things. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Freighter. Yeah, so here's the crafting tree. Stasis device and the fusion igniter is very similar, but the stasis device here takes these and these and these. So those three. And then this one takes these two. This one takes these two. And this one takes these three, all three of them actually. So this one takes these two. Pretty sure. Yeah. This one takes the two above it. This one takes the two above it. This one takes the two above it. This one takes from storage then. Selenium and frost crystals, right? This takes cactus flesh and starbulb. So you're getting into the staples and stuff here, right? This is a special one. It uses nitrogen salt and thermic condensate. So here's the nitrogen salt. It's not in line. And here's the thermic condensate. So that's a special one because this one has already established the positions for them. These are offset. These are simpler, although it's a different amount in the stack. Instead of 10, it's 40. And instead of 10, it's 50 for these two. Although they just use ordinary frost crystals or Faecium and Gamma Root. Faecium is an odd ingredient for the crafting tree because I don't actually keep it in a terribly special place. It's here in my backpack just because it's pretty common really. If you've played, you know what it is a euphemism for. Mordite is another one that I only keep in my backpack. Mordite, pugnium, and a few things like that, lesser known stuff. I don't keep a stock of it anywhere else. It's in the backpack, so it's always available. These things, I don't know, I used 2 columns just because that was the side of the hauler bay. It had that many columns, so I had to use them up somehow. Use 2 columns for all of these. Basically, this just uses the other 3, and then the other 3 use staples and whatnot. Let's see. Cobalt and dioxide. All right, there's the minerals, the fertilizer minerals being used again there. Ionized cobalt and phosphorus. Paraffinium and ionized cobalt. Okay, so these use cobalt or ionized cobalt. These, well, this is the rest of the tree. These last 2 columns are only used for this, and it doesn't use the first 2 white columns or the yellow columns here. It only uses these 4 columns that you can see. It's located offset because of the way it pops up the description window over top of, so I can see most of what I'm doing then here, right? This uses these 2 use the 2 above them, these 4 use the 2 above each one of them. This uses the 3. This is based on cobalt and ammonia, pure ferrite and pyrite, and pure ferrite and uranium. Right? So that's all the basic stuff that you get from these. If you craft stasis device, view craft steps. It looks just like that other tree, almost. It hasn't lit up these others for some reason. But I've actually got in this freighter then, in the hauler, all these supplies, except for the bottom row, which is in storage device vaults. That's what I've been doing a lot of the time when you see me. I'm fiddling with this and sending it to the market. I use the freighter. This is for running around storage. And this is for flying, the Starship storage is for flying around usually. Got a few extra of those, do I? I'll put it there. Other ships that tend to have more space. I could put those 4 things down there and that'd be out of the way a little better maybe. I've got space all the time in these places that you pick up stuff, and I usually throw it in here if I'm not gonna save it, so that I can sell it all from the freighter directly, usually at this terminal. Sell from the freighter, dock site, portable, copper, nip, radon, stasis device. You see how much they're worth? 30 million units. They're worth a lot. That's why I go to all that trouble with the hauler and the crafting tree and all of the farms, was to make that money. Gamma root, pirate transponder I don't need. I've got a stack of them somewhere. Well, I didn't want to sell that tritium. I often make that mistake, selling the tritium. Gotta pay attention to what I'm doing and not what I'm saying. And battery is extra. Frigate fuel, I gotta be careful not to sell that as well. Phosphorus, cactus flesh, impulse beans, selenium. Okay, the rest is keep there. Nitrogen, starball. Fusion igniter is another valuable one. So you've got 3 of them for 47 million. Fungal mold. And that's it. It should be clear, it is. I didn't miss anything. Sold all the stuff to be sold. Here's my expedition badges. Let's see if we go into photo mode. I can zoom in on it a little bit. Some of them are blurry just because PS4 is slow. But I think it's 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21 expeditions that we've had now. And they should all be different. I did make a mistake on this board once and put 2 of a kind up, but I think I fixed that. So yeah, some of them are similar, but they're not the same. The blurred ones, it's a little harder to tell, but they are all different. And that blurs out different ones at different times that you go to this. It won't unblur them for me anyways, I guess. This is mainly where the vaults are. I also have some large refiners that allow you to do 3 input recipes. There's not very many of them, but there are a few. The storage vaults and the stellar extractor core, which is a weird machine that works kind of funny and unreliably, extracting stellar gases mostly. It does the chromatic metal as well, but the rest are gases. Sulfurine, radon, nitrogen, methane. So that's another source of them. if you don't feel like visiting your planets, you could see if there's something here. It's not even got anything in some of these. And I haven't checked them for ages. It's like they overflow or something. I don't know. They shouldn't be empty though. I don't understand it. Most of them are empty. Oh, look at this. This is what it should be like. As you visit each color of star, it fills in a few of, you know, a few per hour. Hold on. Hello. Not too bad. Did I miss an appointment? I could be. I'd be there in about 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, okay. I've already got an appointment for Monday. Okay. 6:30? I could try that, yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, shucks, I forgot to mute it. Did you hear that? I really blew that one. I had an appointment, but I missed it. Oh well. So yeah, see, these things are weird. I always visit all of them, and some of them have stuff and some don't. Yeah, see, these three for some reason have accumulated stuff. Like the first one had some stuff too, but a whole bunch of them didn't. Something to do with PS4 memory again or something, or just the game is quirky. Those are a quirky item on the game anyway, the stellar extractors. You don't hear much about them. Possibly because people have just given up on them being predictable or anything like that. Oh dear, I've got to send out some frigate missions. Frigates are yet another type of ship that we can send on missions with this navigator guy, who's another annoying little thing in the game. He plans out these missions for you, sort of a strange pattern to his work habits. I don't know if I can even properly explain it. Organic reconnoiter, yeah. That's the first one. Discovery. Exploration, support, organic, and the doomed. There, those two are the kind of oddball ones, and the rest are pretty. Put a trade in there, organic and raider. I'd like to have well-balanced teams, and this is the best I've come up with. Combat, trade, support, organic, and raider. So combat, raider, organic, support, and another combat. So that's the frigate missions. They all take about the missions themselves usually a couple hours, but the navigator won't have more missions for another day. So try to remember to send them out every day, and then you debrief them when they come back, and they have loot for you. Lots of loot. And some loot that's hard to get other ways. That is our I think that's our stream for today. We're going to shut her down, and I'll try and get other stuff done. I don't try and figure out what else I need to do. Anyway, you get the idea about why I call this wasting time. Good afternoon. Have a good day. Good luck. Have fun if you're playing. And see y'all another time.